Wait, in fact, we may in fact now be live. So we're just waiting to get that confirmation.
Oh.
And then we're going to hit things with the intros, which I can't even see that they exist. Maybe the intro's gone. Where's the intro? Right, so hang on. I've got a logo. Wait for it.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel. It cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Sick Hitler's a Tim as movies are greenlit. Every movie that's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. Email Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Morrow, and Disney will blink. And we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong, while Resident Evil 6, and everyone watch out, cause oh shit is big. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle quiz. David and Dave will confuse their crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Johnny Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo, but in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
So yes, welcome to Geek Battle. Today there's going to be a lot to discuss. I have seen Toy Story 5. I will be seeing Toy Story 5. Hang on, I will be seeing Supergirl tomorrow. Don't tell the missus. No. And there's lots of other trailers and new things I'm sure we'll get into. But first, let's meet who we have with us on the show, beginning with.
Oh my god, hi! Oh my god, hi! Oh my god, hi! Hello everybody, my name is Dave MC, coming to you from the newly refurbed Yellow Duck Tavern, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day and not dying in this heat like I am. But my geek fact for this week is that the famous corkscrew jump from the Bond film The Man with the Golden Gun was done in just one take and was the first stunt to be done with computer programming.
Wow. In The Man with the Golden Gun?
Yeah.
What year was that?
19 heaven knows when.
Man with the Golden Gun, let's take a guess. I'm going to guess 1972.
I was saying 76.
Go on, Dave.
Hold on.
Oh, you're looking it up. That's not the point.
Yeah.
No, the point was guess.
I haven't seen the date yet.
The Man with the Golden... 1974. What did I say?
72.
Oh, damn. I was originally going to say 74. Right,
yeah,
okay.
you were...
Close.
But
wow.
yeah, so... Yeah, that corkscrew jump was done in one take and has been very difficult to replicate.
Okay, cool. Now, on that note, well, really, what can we say?
Can I get a new intro For
No.
real.
What would you like it
No.
to be? Keep in mind that in the last 2 years, I've managed to produce precisely 3 of these, one of which Dave created on his own.
Hey, Dave, can I give you a firm handshake and you give me a new intro?
Is that sexual innuendo? Can I give you a firm handshake? Under the table, gentlemen. Right. Like, what would you
Buy
want
me
your
a drink.
intro to be, Nick?
So I have kind of a shitty geek fact.
Well,
One
then,
of my
oh shit, it's Nick it
professors
is,
passed-
then, isn't it? You
Oh,
shitty
okay.
geek fact. Right, okay, what's your geek fact?
One of my theater professors passed away last week, and I'm kind
One of what?
one of my professors from college passed away last week.
Oh, I'm very sorry
Okay.
to hear that.
That's kind of been on my mind lately. So she was a lovely lady by the name of Professor Swift. She taught theater and voice acting,
Oh,
and she will be sorely missed by all who knew her.
oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Nick. So yeah, that's very sad.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, that's all I got. Sorry for the bummer. I'm gonna bounce now. See ya.
don't do that.
Oh,
Right,
well,
okay.
wait, really?
Now, yeah. So here's the thing, guys. I have seen Toy Story 5. Have either of you seen it?
I saw it the other day with my mother.
You're more than welcome to spoil away. I'm not really fussed about going
Okay.
to see it or not.
What did you think, Nick?
So I read a review after the fact, and I agree with it. If it was not a Toy Story movie, it would be way better. It would have way better ratings. If that makes
Really?
sense.
Okay, well, yeah, I can perhaps see some logic to that. I thought
There was a bunch of really cool moments in the movie, like when the upgrade happened, that the Buzz Lightyear all became drones.
yeah,
that was
cool.
kind of cool.
So
Yeah.
the
Well, okay, so wait, Buzz
Okay.
can fly now.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing. So the film starts really interestingly with like a crashed ship or something on an island, and there's like a shipment container full of Buzz Lightyear figures. And when one of them breaks free, he's got like a light up bit on his chest here, and then they like free all of the other Buzz Lightyears, and they're like on a mission because none of them are aware that they're a toy. For some reason, that seems to be a defect in all Buzz Lightyear toys. None of them are aware that they're a toy, even though this is a new model, clearly. And so they decide that they all have to go back to find Star Command. And then later on, when it becomes relevant, suddenly they can connect via Wi-Fi. What children's toy? Like literally an action figure connects to Wi-Fi. But anyway, and suddenly they have like an upgrade and their wings pop out. And then they split into like, so they pop out like this, and then they split into like 4, and then they can actually fly like drones. So that bit I didn't mind at all. That bit I didn't mind at all.
Was kind of
Yeah.
That was kind of awesome, actually.
Okay.
Generally, I thought the film was pretty good and a pretty good Toy Story film, but
Right.
I've got a couple of issues. First of all, like Woody basically isn't in this movie. They did not find a good reason for Woody to be in this film at
Yes,
all.
that is true.
That,
that is awesome.
he was in it and he had several scenes, but you could have done 100% of this film without Woody's presence, and it wouldn't have made any difference to the story.
Similar to Raiders of the Lost Ark, which you could do without Indiana
Well, yeah,
Jones.
but like what this was, this was like in Doctor Who, how they say a Doctor Light episode. This was a Woody Light Toy Story movie, where Woody doesn't appear for quite a long time. Buzz isn't in it that much either, because there's this army of Buzzes, but they aren't the same character as the Buzz that we've been following. And the original Buzz, his main plot is that he wants to propose marriage to Jessie, and he doesn't really have much else to do other than this. That he's like all nervous, gonna ask her like for the whole movie.
Yes,
Jessie is the
Dave.
main character.
Dave, your reaction is exactly correct. I'm looking at your reaction on your camera, and it is perfect. 100% no notes.
But yeah,
Do it
so-
again.
Really?
Well, yeah.
the premise is good. I would say that the premise is good. Like they have like that smart, like the what is it called, the lily pad thing.
Yeah,
it's a good premise. That's a good premise in that technology is taking over. You know, they're taking the thing from toys, sort of thing.
Yeah,
but not when it is. You got all these little subplots in the meanwhile, and no Woody and Buzz.
Well, it's not no Woody and Buzz. It's just no meaningful Woody and Buzz. So because so let me elaborate.
Although the third act they brought in Buzz for a little bit.
Oh no! So Buzz is in it throughout, but he's just very much a side character. The entire plot is Jess's plot, which isn't the end of the world. This is a very good sequel to her story from Toy Story 2. So her Toy Story was that she had a original owner, Emily, and that they played on the swing, and it had that heartbreaking moment where you see that she's thrown away. It revisits that in a really good way, 25 years after the Toy Story 2 came out. But Jessie being like 100% the main character, and they wanted, Buzz, whether Buzz proposed to her, that wasn't even Jessie's concern throughout the entire film. This wasn't a Jessie and Buzz love story. Buzz just wanted to propose to her, incidentally to Jessie having the entire story to herself. All of the others, Rex and Potato Head and Slinky, are just cameos that have like repeated cameos. They have absolutely nothing to do the entire film.
Right.
And so that's one thing. But the bigger thing is the plot of it is that there is this lily pad. And so Bonnie, the little girl who Andy gives the toys to at the end of Toy Story 3, she's like awkward and she's not making friends. And it's because
she's like 8 years old.
She's 8 years old. But all of her potential friends are now playing with devices instead of toys. And so when she's given this lily pad, the lily pad is like, aha, forget you toys, she's playing with me now. And so it's kind of like the villain. And then eventually they meet some other little girl, because Jessie ends up, because she's got written on her leg, like Emily, and then it's got written her address, which I don't know if that's a retcon or if it's just like something which conveniently you hadn't seen in the previous Toy Story.
That is a retcon.
Because if her leg unfolds slightly, and it's just that you hadn't seen that it has her address, someone finds Jessie and takes her back. Oh, I'll return this toy to its home. And so it takes her back. And I thought she was going to meet an adult Emily. But Emily doesn't live there anymore.
That would have been great. I would have been like, let's go.
Yeah, me too, literally. I was hoping that's the way they'd go. But at the same time, it's like, that's a little bit convenient. And what are they going to do then? So someone else lives there now, and there's this other kid that starts playing with her, and so then eventually it's just about uniting Bonnie with this other kid, so then they can be friends and not have to embrace.
Blaze, I think was,
and not have to just embrace technology all the time, because the other ones that mocked Bonnie for having toys still.
That scene sucked. I felt personally attacked when that scene happened.
Well, yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. So this is what kind of bothers me. Is what I realised is that the Toy Story films aren't really for children. Now, maybe the first one or two was to some degree. Bear with me. Hang on, bear with me. We're bearing with me here, right? But just let me get this out, and then I'll hand over to everyone. But the first one or two. Okay, here comes Dev. I'll let Dev in, and I'll pick up my point. Okay, hello, Dev.
Hello.
Right, I'm just in the middle of a flow about Toy Story 5. We'll pick up with you in a moment. But Toy Story, I've come to realise the franchise and Pixar films as a whole are not for children, really at all. The first couple, they probably were more, only because they were like, we need the Disney money. But then when CGI films became the big thing and they felt too big for their boots, all of their films have just been trying to be deep and meaningful. And all of them are just absolute. The theme of the Toy Story films aren't fun adventures. It is rejection, loss, and grief. So Woody feels threatened that he's now obsolete because Buzz is introduced. the toys are now in a museum as collector's pieces, and they're not going to be played with. And we see that Jessie was abandoned by her owner. The third one, Andy literally gets rid of all of his toys. He doesn't care about them anymore. The fourth one is that now toys have to live wild in the streets when they're abandoned. And this one is that technology is replacing them. And when it's just they're not objects, that they have personalities. And there is no resolution to this because they will not be kept by their owners and played with into adulthood. All of these films, all they do is lean heavily into grief and rejection and abandonment. That is the overriding theme of Toy Story as a franchise.
May I speak?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No. Dev, say hello to... No, okay. Go on. Well, Dev, very quickly say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Good. Right, now, Nick, we'll pick it back up with you.
Have you heard of the Pixar theory?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Really? We're going into this?
I'm trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out where it fits in the Pixar theory. I don't think it does. I legitimately do not think Toy Story fits in the Pixar theory.
Wait, okay, which Pixar theory are you talking about?
There's some guy that says that all the Pixar movies are interconnected and that they take place in different times in the world chronology. Starting with Monsters, Inc. is actually both the first movie and the last movie chronologically, because Monsters, Inc. says that it's a reset of the universe, of the Earth timeline. That everything's got so to shit with pollution from WALL-E that they became monsters and then they mutate back into kids, because what they say is that the doors are a method of time travel. Not only is it time and space between them. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Bye. Right. Okay. No, that's interesting. Hang on. So why would this one not fit in with that? Because this one is literally like 2 years after the last one. So if the others did, then this would. What is breaking about this?
I think it would actually work in that, because Brave is the first one. Brave is first. Monsters Inc. is the last.
You're right.
Brave is the first one. Monsters Inc. is the last one. Toy Story is somewhere in the middle. So with like the By and Large company with WALL-E, it's making robots and technology. That's how the toys are alive. I can't remember. I think Cars came in at some point. I don't remember what it is for Cars.
God, Cars sucks.
No, I give Cars. Cars 1 and 2. Cars 1 and 3 are okay. 2 is just you forget that one. You can just not watch that one and still understand Cars 3.
Where does Planes fall in all this?
Where does what?
Planes.
Planes is not a Pixar film.
Planes is a Pixar film.
Planes is not a Pixar film.
What is it?
Well, it's a Disney film which just leached off the back of.
It's entirely a Pixar film. 100%.
They missed a track. They missed planes, and then trains, and then automobiles.
No, look, guys. Honestly, check it out. We've touched on this before. It is literally just Disney's Planes. It's the same idea.
Planes, the Venom.
You're right.
It's Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Pixar did not have a lick to do with it.
You are correct.
So is Planes the Venom of the series, or?
Yeah. It is like the Venomverse, basically. And to think, Toy Story 3 was almost another Planes, where it was just... I wanted to know what the original Toy Story 3 was going to be before they made the deal with Pixar. Because even though I
saw something about it being the funeral of Buzz Lightyear or something.
What?
Isn't Toy Story 4 The Shining?
I can't genuinely remember Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4, I just know it infuriated me. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, Toy Story 4 is The Shining.
Toy Story 4 reminds me of that episode of Batman the Animated Series with Baby Doll.
Yeah. Yes, I know that reference.
Okay, so what I remember is in Toy Story 4, it's Bo Peep's story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, she is in Toy Story 5 for 6 lines in total.
Yep.
Yeah, and Woody's barely in it as well.
Woody, have you seen it, Dev?
Yes.
Oh my god. Woody and Buzz are irrelevant characters in a Toy Story movie. How could they not come up with anything better for them to do?
I am happy they did that because the first two movies were Buzz and Woody, and the fourth movie was Bo Peep, and the fifth movie is Jessie. So
Wait,
everyone
so
got their own movie.
no, Buzz has
I'm
never
gonna
had his
agree
own.
with
Like, you could say the first one is Buzz, but
Yeah.
directly after that, you watch Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3, Buzz becomes more and more of a minor character. Like, Buzz is not a main character in Toy Story 2. Buzz is he's barely in Toy Story 3. He's mainly speaking Spanish. And then they replaced him for Lightyear, for Buzz Lightyear, whatever.
Gente que habla español.
Yeah.
See, right, okay. But
I
yeah,
think you have problems with people who speak Spanish.
no, I have no problem with
I'm kidding.
ay caramba. Right, so anyway, now, yeah, I just don't understand how you do a Toy Story movie without Woody as the main character. He literally could not be in it. They could have cut out everything he did. It would have made no difference.
So Dan, I have a question for you.
You're expecting something from the company that didn't have Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo all together in a Star Wars movie. This is the same company.
They don't learn. They do this over and over and over again. It is a repeated pattern.
I need your opinion on something here, which I already had it not been considered a Toy Story movie, had it would have been like this other character in the Toy Story universe, would you thought it was a better movie?
Jessie, a Toy Story story or something.
Yeah, they should have called it something like that.
Yeah, Jessie, a Toy Story.
A Toy Story. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Like Jessie Origins, Buzz Lightyear Origins.
They should have done. They should have, like, if they'd announced this and just said it's called Toy Story 5: Jessie's Adventure.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. It's like I'll use this as an example. Like, there's all know, like the child, like the Thomas and Friends model show with a CGI show. That could get away with stuff like that because it was each story was about a character. It was called Thomas and Friends, but it had the name of a character in the story. So you'd have, here's one about Toby, here's one about Gordon, here's one about, here's your Thomas story for the week. But to do a Toy Story movie and not have the two characters that fucking made the film.
Yeah. Because, like,
you know what? I want an entire movie based on the pig. It's a movie. Yes.
Here's the other thing that they've done wrong, right? So Toy Story, from the very initial concept of it, is that they can make toys based on this shit. So it's like Buzz Lightyear. Everyone was trying to get Buzz Lightyears. They underestimated how much people wanted that, right? So when you go onto Amazon, it's like they've got. Hang on one second. So they've got the Lily Pad, which is the big new character, and literally it isn't like an iPad. It is just like a little shitty VTech toy.
About that, David, they have a iPad cover for the frog.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. That's cool in itself, but that's an accessory. So they've centered this around a toy that they can't actually produce themselves for the first time.
It looks like a speaking spell.
It does.
Yeah. Lily pad. But again, you go through it. Look, Woody. You know. And they have got Jessie there, but yeah, they're absolutely nuts by not having Woody and Buzz. Literally, they just needed a story each. They
have
something.
one. They have the Minion side story with Buzz.
Oh yeah, so like the flight. I bet they're not even making the flying Buzz drones. They definitely should do that. But that might be difficult because drones probably couldn't lift a Buzz Lightyear figure.
Well, and there would be a problem here because they're illegal here now.
Drones are illegal here.
Yeah,
well,
drones are illegal in France now.
Oh, in France. Oh, who cares? Right.
Yeah, no one cares about that. Let me just throw out an actual real life fact out there. I mean, they're not allowed Terminator style drones that have Arnie's face on it. Oh, God forbid I actually give a real life fact.
David, you brought up the complaint of not having enough buzz and Woody. My complaint is not enough rags, not enough potato.
No, yeah,
not
I
enough
said that
ham.
as well. They are absolutely tiny cameos.
Do you know the reason why?
Well, tell me.
They're all dead.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't stop anything, right? They obviously have like got new actors to play them, maybe, because this is going to lead on to one of the other things I've just spotted here. So, the Odyssey is out in a week or two.
Oh boy.
Is that the Matt Damon?
Yeah,
Spider-Man
so
thing?
Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Now, Christopher Nolan movies, as we all know, and I don't know about this one, but they usually have Michael Caine in it. But I'm guessing, because he's, I think, 93 now, that maybe he's in it, maybe he isn't. But check this out. They have got an AI Michael Caine voice just reading the audiobook. So he's done a deal with a company to do a 13-hour-long audiobook of his voice, AI generated, narrating this book.
All right.
Young or old? Because I love his young voice.
Oh my god,
Like-
I wonder if you could like choose. Oh my god, that would be amazing. So you're about to listen on like
Here's
Audible or something.
I have 2 cents on this, if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
I have no problem. So historically, I would say fuck AI, pay the
wouldn't.
actors, blah blah blah. However, because Michael Caine is saying that it's okay, I'm okay with it.
Ah, so you have no opinion of your own. That's what you're saying, right? No, you've gone back on your principles, right? Okay, my principles are that the fact that we are speaking over the internet is a sign that computers can actually be useful. But yeah, I knew this would be a talking point. So I have no problem with AI in most cases. Like everything can be used for the wrong reasons. Everything can be used for the wrong reasons. But helping creators and stuff.
Play chess.
Speaking of dead people and things that are coming out soon, why is Tupac in Yakuza?
Yeah, didn't we mention this last week? Let's see if we can find anything about this.
Snoop Dogg put Tupac in Yakuza, which is the weirdest sentence I've ever heard.
So how did when you say Snoop Dogg put him in there? Isn't this a Sega video game?
Yes, it is.
So how
did Snoop Dogg added there's a liaison between him, Sega, and the Snoop Dogg estate?
So in what way is Snoop Dogg in it?
He's in the game.
And so he was like, I want Tupac in this as well.
Yes. So him, his son, and Tupac are all in the game.
Wow. I don't know. There's something about that in like, especially in a video game, that's just like it's going to be a bit surreal.
Oh, to be fair, like GTA 4, no, San Andreas had Eazy-E from NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I see? There was something that there was an article about. There's an article on on the Time magazine in the States recently that was Snoop. It was Snoop Dogg. Snoop's. I'm sorry. It was Snoop's dog dies. Not Snoop Dogg dies. It was
Snoop Dogg dies.
I hate shit like that. I absolutely.
I was
like that.
Like I got home and I Googled it. I was like at the grocery store or something, and I saw that on like in the line at the checkout.
No, I think that's that's nasty stuff. That just like
that's
shock people. Yeah. Now
also,
you go on.
Before we start, can I co-opt a bit of Geek Battle to geek about the one hilarious thing about the World Cup?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
The Europeans invading every state and every country claiming a different state. Like Scotland has taken over Boston. Norway has taken New York.
Really?
Holland has taken over Texas.
Oh my god! Do you know what? There is a really good movie in here somewhere. So imagine, like, okay, your fictional movie where just say it's just the United States, because I know it's Mexico and I know it's Canada as well. So it's North America basically are hosting the World Cup. But say it was just the United States hosting the World Cup, and then it turned out it was some plan, some ruse, where you then have all of these people flying in, and it's all the football hooligans. Like, yeah! And literally, they are just armies, where, like, Europe is invading America and takes it over.
You know what that should be? That should be the live-action Risk movie.
The live-action... I don't... What, like the board games?
Yeah, the board game.
Oh, I don't know.
As the only American on the panel today, I would be okay with that.
Oh, I would be okay with it as well. The more Scots we send over there, the better.
Like,
I'm joking, of
like
course.
Tim, like I was speaking to Tim about this in the group chat. Tim is in the epicenter of the Scottish invasion.
Wait, so...
See, like, Tim was in Boston, not Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah, he's in
Rhode Island, not Boston.
Yeah, but they're spilled into Rhode Island as well.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Also,
so
actually, I do have a geek fact that I just remembered. Because I did World Cup stuff was part of the... When the original brackets, when the original groups were set up, there was a super small possibility that England could play the United States on July 4th. In Philadelphia. Mind you, in Philadelphia.
Wait, England could do what?
Play America on the 4th of July.
On the 4th of July in Philly.
Day. The day they had the war, independence.
Yeah. But the so they'll just be going, the British are coming back.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Me and my brother would have gone to that game because it would only have been like 4 hours away from us.
Surely, if that was the case, like when England was coming over for the World Cup, surely the Americans put out a red carpet and say, "Welcome home, everybody."
Oh my god! Do you know what? Something it's just made me think of, right? So,
I don't think my joke was that bad.
Oh no, I didn't hear it.
It was.
Dave, I wasn't talking, so right, no. So, do you remember like the thing where like speaking like the World Cup and that FIFA, like now it's EA Sports 26, EA Sports FC 26 and that. So
yeah,
I just looked up because I knew I'd heard about this. So they did make a deal. FIFA actually made a deal with Netflix Games to release a FIFA World Cup football game. And so I guess you look. This is it. It legitimately looks like an early PS2 game. So how the mighty
you're being generous. You're being generous with those.
Well, it's somewhere between. It's like PSP at best.
Yeah, I get that.
It looks like PS1. The close up looks a bit more like PS2. It kind of looks like WWF Royal Rumble on the Dreamcast. Literally, the graphics do. That is shocking. You think you'd got like the biggest video game franchise deal in the world, and like EA, they were like, FIFA were like, we want to double our fee, and they're like, actually, what does FIFA actually mean? People just want the game, right? They don't care about the word FIFA. So they did the deal without the word FIFA in it. And so now FIFA like left all this. They've left the biggest franchise probably that they could ever get, and now they've made a deal with Netflix, and it looks terrible.
Yeah, the funny thing is, for years, Konami made a better football game.
Yeah.
Without the FIFA license for years.
Yeah, I remember.
Or Evolution Soccer.
Did you ever play International Superstar Soccer before Pro?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
On the N64.
On the N64, yeah. Right, but
we used to play FIFA. Me and my friends used to play FIFA in '93 on the SNES on the SNES.
That is like the original FIFA.
Yeah. I have a copy of it somewhere. I'm sure.
I have NFL '93 with the ambulance that comes onto the pitch.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Wait, so I remember it could well have been that, but I had a ice hockey game on the Sega Mega Drive where you'd literally just get into fights, and that was the funnest part of the game. So you'd be playing the hockey, someone would get knocked down, and suddenly it would just be like a boxing game in the middle of it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Mallrats? There's a scene where Brody is playing that game.
Oh wow.
What?
I'm meeting them in like 3 weeks.
Oh,
but,
you can ask them then. No, right. Like what a
yeah.
waste of your chance. Hey, so yeah, NFL like on the Mega Drive. Now guys, so the thing I wanted to speak about now, and then we can see whatever else is on your mind. But I guess the big release this week is Supergirl. I'll be seeing it tomorrow. Dev, I assume you saw it 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, because I went to the like premiere launch event a few days ago.
Amazing.
It's okay. It's there will be challenges to it. It's Guardians of the Galaxy featuring Supergirl.
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, balls.
Because that's all James Gunn can do. It's such a shame. It's such a shame. So, is it okay? Is it better or worse than Superman?
It makes Superman more like okay. So Superman is better in this movie than he is in his own movie.
Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. I'm looking forward to this. I am very much expecting. Well, look, here's the thing. I feel like after James Gunn's Superman, I feel like I know the tone of things now and what it's going to be like. And I'm hoping that I'll just get over that it's probably not going to be my Superman and my Supergirl. Based on what they were doing with the characters in last year's movie. But I'm hoping it will still be fun because I always said that James Gunn's Superman was fun. It's just got every single character wrong, and I expect this to stay somewhat similar.
So the best way I can describe it is they try to make in Superman. They try to make Superman human. They made him look weak.
Yeah.
In this one, they make him look just human.
Just human.
He's just human. He's not weak like he was in his own movie. He's just human.
Interesting.
But he's more human in this one than he is in that one.
Ah, that's really interesting. That is interesting. But what is Millie Alcock like as Supergirl?
Drunk Rose from Doctor Who.
Drunk Rose from Doctor Who. That doesn't sound promising, but it does sound like I want to at least see it.
It doesn't sound promising, if I'm honest. It really doesn't. I mean, I like you're saying. I think James Gunn is just a one-trick pony. It's like he learned. Like when you're a kid and you learn something for the first time. Oh, I learned this trick. Oh, I can do this. Yeah. Hey, friends, look what I can do.
Yeah.
And yet years later, he's still going around.
Oh.
Hey, look, I can still do it. I can still do it.
Okay, but what movie is he remaking all the time? Is it Guardians or is it Scooby Doo?
Well, do you know? I don't know. Like even that is a gang, isn't it? Right. So he had the Scooby Gang. Now he's had the Justice Gang, and he had Guardians of the Galaxy along the way.
And then there's Suicide Squad, which is also a gang.
Yeah.
Good God.
Just
stop.
I just hope, because obviously, like Warner's have now been sold to Paramount, right? There hasn't been any announcement about whether they're continuing with this, whether they'd be going back to the Snyderverse, or if they'd just be rebooting again. I kind of think that the worst thing they could possibly do is reboot again, because how do you just beat something to death if you just keep rebooting it and have to start again? But go on, Dev.
I can reveal something though. I can reveal something, but I don't know if I should put allegedly for this, because just in case I put allegedly for this.
Yeah.
If Netflix got the rights to it, Gunn would have been gone.
Oh, I can imagine so.
If Netflix got the rights, Gunn would have been like taken away straight away. Like Snyder was getting ready to take his place.
Yeah. Absolutely. Look,
and then happened.
And I think they should kind of just do both. You've got the rights to these. The actors are available, and it should just do 1 year, one the next, or just do something that finishes off. Because look, you could look at Deadpool and Wolverine and say that finished off and gave like 99% of a conclusion to the Fox universe, and that was still within the midst of the MCU happening. So you just do something that finishes off Justice League, and then you continue with this one, try to course correct it.
Too late.
They could have like three different series happening at once, and then 20 years from now, do a crisis.
Yeah. Well, but like, here's the thing, and here's the crazy thing, right? If you think back in the day before the MCU, you had Batman movies, which had nothing to do with the Superman movies. And then you had Spider-Man movies, and you were like, and I know it's a different universe, like DC, but people weren't like, but how does this connect? Where's Spider? People just accepted it was their own series of films.
Exactly.
About that, but basically they tried to, there's a lot of deleted scenes where they try to connect the Fantastic Four movie, the X-Men, and Spider-Man put together into one universe.
Yeah, but they never did.
But still, the point is made, and I've been saying this for fucking years. Not every superhero movie needs to be connected to the other. That's the problem. You're trying to universe build. You're trying to force
one exception to that rule, Dave.
You're trying to force a universe to be built instead of letting it flow naturally.
Yes.
You know.
Correct. However, I do believe that Kick-Ass needs to be in every superhero universe. He needs to be in the MCU. He has to be in the DCU.
What Kick-Ass? Why?
Because it's just or Blank Man. I don't know. Some really terrible superhero needs to be.
No, do you know who is in every universe? In fact, canonically in every universe,
who?
Invincible.
That is true.
Well, according to Invincible, it is. But
yeah, because in the non-animated version and the comics, we had Batman, Superman, Spawn, but Spawn and Spider-Man were in the final battle.
Yeah, okay, but they have done crossovers where, like, Batman and Wolverine fight. So just because they did like a crossover there doesn't mean that he then is in these other universes. But like,
well, now they did the Superman fighting Homelander.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, DCKO like 2 weeks ago.
DCKO.
So look, but like the most obvious example which we have learned from these world building things is that Batman is like the most badass superhero of all time. You put him in the same movie as the rest of the Justice League, and you're like, oh my god, Batman is just the dead weight that everyone else is having to carry. He can't literally contribute anything to the fight. So Batman kind of desperately needs to not be with the rest of them, so that he can have Batman stories. Because otherwise,
they addressed that in like several cartoons, or where they need Batman to be remind them of their humanity, or like
but then what I need Batman is to be punching bad guys in the face and it to be effective. If you have to change that Batman's character is now that I'm secretly using my brain to be a detective to work out how to destroy you all, plus I'm keeping you all grounded, it's like, well, it's not Batman anymore. Batman should be like fighting the Riddler and
like
Two-Face.
One thing that the MCU does very well, as much as I talk shit about the MCU, is that they have like city level, global level, and like space and cosmic level heroes, which is what I think one of the problems with the DC. One of the things that David is saying is the problem with the DCU is that you have Batman, who is maybe city and global level, fighting against these cosmic things that he has no business whatsoever fighting with.
Well, in that sense, I would argue that the one good thing I saw with Batman against something like a cosmic level threat, he went against Darkseid and took a risk against him, because Superman and Wonder Woman would not do what he did. You know, he's willing to go that extra mile. He won't follow through on it most of the time. But when it's almost like he is a tactician. He is a tactician in the league, so he knows. Oh, this is where this character would go. This is where this character would go. Yes, I know how this person operates. So he is thinking, as you said, David. Yeah, I know how to stop you. You know, I know how to incapacitate every single one of you. And I did that all breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
But he is thinking on like so many different levels as well. Like, he's thinking this stuff, but he won't necessarily say, right, Today, I'm going to go fight the Anti-Monitor today. Gotham's good with Nightwing and Red Hood and that. I'm going to go into space and fight the Anti-Monitor today. See you in the team.
Well, see, look, just coming back to, like, we're 10 years after when they should have had this discussion, but how they could have really made Batman v Superman good is Batman stand a chance against Superman kind of needs that he's planned it in advance and the element of surprise. And so if he'd lured Superman into a place and Superman, thinking no one can touch me sort of thing, is suddenly enveloped by the kryptonite gas, and it's now Superman literally can't escape because it's inside a location where it's just in the air, like it's through the air vents and stuff like this. And it could be like Superman tries to get to areas and he tries to use his breath to clear away some of the stuff, and then Superman goes to use like his heat vision and stuff like this. And if Batman literally was said to him, but I've analyzed your weakness, and you, especially after the snapping the Zod's neck thing, he's like, and you are not willing to kill. And that version of Batman could have said, I was like that, and I'm not anymore, and then tries to kill him, and Superman's literally having to fight for his life. They could have made that fight 25 minutes long, but instead it was about 4 minutes long, where the gas ran out immediately.
Hey, David, Dave, and Dev.
Yes,
you guys know that I almost call you guys Triple D, but that would have been all kinds of bad.
You're gonna what?
I was gonna call you guys Triple D. To get your
But do you know
attention.
what? I think everyone here, their name should begin with D. So we'd have David, Dev, Dave, and what would your name be, Nick?
Dick.
Dick. Right.
Dick.
Dick. Right. No, Dick Grayson. There you go. You're Robin.
I
Without
love
the
the Grayson
tights.
Todd if I'm gonna be Robin, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Shit, I lost my train of thought.
Something about Dick in tights. I'm not sure what.
We are men in tights.
Tights.
Actually, well, Nick Holmes was what you was saying. What I'll interject with the whole like the kryptonite weakness and the fight thing. It happened in a movie called Superman Red Sun. That actually happened.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
did.
Oh, okay.
Fight.
Yeah. So because it was in that universe, it was different. Because Superman landed in, was it Soviet Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Soviet Russia, and we meet Red Sun Batman, who is like a slave from Stalin or something, and he traps Wonder Woman, and he actually makes with Lex Luthor's help, he makes Red Sun generators and traps him underground, and actually beats him almost half to death.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that there's a Superman Django Unchained?
Yep, pretty much because he keeps Wonder Woman as a slave, and then Batman uses like red sunlights to weaken him and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say Red Sun is a good like Elseworld Superman story.
Yeah, it is very good. I have read that actually.
And Injustice, but that's just my preference. I like Injustice.
Yeah, I've read all the like 5 years of books, which was insane. Because it was like, okay, let's summon heroes. We run out of heroes. Let's use villains. We run out of villains. Let's use demons. We run out of demons. And they kept escalating. And year 5, we ended up with gods.
Yeah, I would say my only problem with Injustice, I like the idea of Superman going off the deep end, but at the same point they keep finding excuses to make him worse than he was in the last issue. So like he kills the Joker, and then he kills somebody else, and then he destroys the Mogo, the living planet. He's now I'm going to kill Trigon. Now I'm going to kill Zeus. You know, he's like, they try to make it more worse every single time, and it's still good. It's still enjoyable. Like I still enjoy the whole moral stuff of Batman saying you killed the Joker, and Superman being Lois died because of him because you didn't stop him. You know, that whole back and front. But again, it's okay, but it's just very back and forth with everything.
I just read the point I was going to make that in the first issue ever of Batman in 1937, I think it was, Yep, exactly. He shoots. He unalives the Joker with a gun.
Yeah, he has guns.
Yeah. Also, I just remembered when you said Batman versus Darkseid. Darkseid, okay, so that fight caused permanent psychological damage to Darkseid because currently there's something called the Absolute Universe, which is Darkseid recreating his own universe with all the heroes dealing with problems, right?
Yep.
So Wonder Woman is having fun fighting demons in hell, having the time of her life, best time ever. Superman is currently in the farm fighting the Lazarus Corporation and trying to save Kansas, and Batman is playing Dark Souls with every single Batman villain because every villain is his own intricate abomination.
Yeah, they're
Every
all
single
monster
Batman
fight
villain
versions.
is a psycho monster version of itself. And so Darkseid must be really pissed off with Batman.
We have now entered this part of the show where David is looking on the internet because he's not talking.
I was trying to look up something. Can you hear me typing?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
sorry,
guys.
my bad. I meant to mute myself. I
You'll-
was just trying to
you'll
find
appreciate
out
this.
something relevant to this discussion as it happens.
Oh yeah, I'm certain of it.
Just on the hub. Right, now.
Uh-huh.
Look. Okay, so I was just looking up when, because you said about in the first Batman. I was like, when is Batman in the public domain? And Batman enters the public domain on January 1st, 2035. So 9 years from now, we're going to have public domain Batman. And I
What's a
wonder,
horror movie?
as a horror movie. Well, it doesn't even need to be, right? Do you know what? In the UK, it's complicated and likely much later, so it won't get... Oh my god. So protection tied to Batman would be 2068. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I'll be
That
too
is
old
Look
for
at
that.
what I
shit.
just posted in the group chat on one of our group chats.
Ugh.
What? Palindrome Day.
Right. Well, anyway, guys, has anyone seen anything else, or whatever, that they want to raise, want to bring up? Dave?
I'm going to keep it on the sort of the Batman trend a little bit. There's been a trailer released for a 3-part film series. Apparently, it's R-rated for Batman: The Nightfall story, where Bane breaks Batman's back, and John Paul takes over as Azrael Batman for a couple of months before he goes off the deep end and starts killing people as Batman. And Bruce has to come out of sort of pseudo retirement to stop John Paul. So we're getting we're getting the Nightfall trilogy of Batman now. Look
See
at
if I
the
can
trailer
grab
for that.
Paul.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. I think they got one of the guy who played Captain Kirk in the later
Oh, Chris
Star
Kelly.
Trek, but not Chris. Oh no, Aaron something. I think that's his name. Anyway, I'm not sure. But yeah, one of the Star Trek actors. He's voicing Batman in this show, and it looks really good. And I like the Nightfall story anyway. Like watching, this is one of the significant moments as well, like where Bane breaks his back.
Right, I'm going to have to bring up the Shield, just because this is Warner Brothers, and they are utterly bastards. So just my gentle Shield is not enough. I'll need the heavy-duty one.
Oh,
heavy-duty.
utterly
Right.
bastards.
Okay, so let's have a look here.
Yeah, there we go. So you're going out into Gotham.
Yeah.
That's Tim Drake Robin on that one. There's John Paul.
3-part Batman movie event. Scarecrow.
So yeah, because Bane figures out who Batman is, and he goes to Wayne Manor to see him.
Wow. I like that design of Bane. It reminds me, like in the 1990s, I'd got like an action figure of Bane exactly like that.
Yeah, I know. I think I know the X-ray you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like quite a big one. It was like ginormous compared to the Batman.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of like having the Venom. It makes him almost gigantic. So there we go. They've got Azrael.
No, this genuinely looks very interesting.
Yeah, this is good. I'm excited.
The cast looks weird for me though, because I don't recognize anyone in it. I don't recognize anyone from the cast.
You don't recognise any of the cast?
Yeah.
Voice cast. Anson Mount. Oh, Anson Mount. He was
Yeah,
Oh, Black Bolt.
Black Bolt in Doctor Strange 2, and
Oh, at least he can talk in this one.
yeah, exactly. One whisper. Right. Okay. Michael Mando as Bane. I recognise that name as
Oh,
well.
Scorpion
Oh, what?
from the Spider-Man movie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Pablo Schreiber as Jean-Paul Valley / Azrael. I don't know that name at all. Okay, well, look. I wonder when this will be out.
Yeah, I'm excited for when that comes out because this is like one of my favorite Batman stories.
So this is what I propose, gentlemen, that we do since we can't stream it probably, I think that we should do like an internal watch. That we like make a point of trying to watch it all together on a call.
Hey, we could give it a go. Yeah, Dave is like, I want to watch this and enjoy it on my own. I don't need your commentary in the background. Right.
I've got all this alcohol. I got all this alcohol that he's drinking.
I would mostly be typing in the background, to be fair. Right. So, but no, we can see. We should do like a watch thing like this. It's so annoying with like YouTube being paying over stuff. But yeah, we should try to do something like that. Okay. So anything else that we've seen and stuff like this, guys?
Spider-Man.
What you've seen it?
The trailer.
Jeez,
Yeah, we watched it last week, didn't we?
My heart almost skipped a beat. I don't know why, but it's just like I was like, when is that out? It's only like a week away.
End of the month, because there was an event, but I didn't get selected for it yesterday.
Spider-Man brand new day trailer 2. Okay, let's bring up our heavy artillery once again.
Nah.
And let's see. So 7 days ago. Oh yeah, it literally came up as soon as we were down on the show. Oh god,
And, like-
adverts.
Yeah, it was the same month.
Wow! Look at the
this
graphics
looks
on Spider-Man
amazing.
there. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't eat that yogurt. Spider-Man won't be there to help you.
I wonder if this is breaking a rule, having like a corny yogurt advert in the middle of. I don't know. It's an advert, isn't it?
Just Muller will
Right,
be on to
okay,
you like, oh,
so-
don't you have that advert? Oh, hello.
So what's interesting is this the first Spider-Man movie where because I suppose the first one in the first time we saw him in like Civil War he'd got this costume, right?
Hmm.
But like the last couple he's had like the high-tech costumes, hasn't he?
Yeah, so I think this is the low-tech one, so the one he had after No Way Home. So that he's not got the Stark tech.
The one where you're swinging across New York at the end.
Yeah. Like, he has
Alright,
none of the Stark tech anymore.
I think that's right. Like, I didn't mind that they did it with the Stark tech. It was definitely different than other Spider-Man stuff that we'd seen. But now it feels like he looks like Spider-Man again.
This looks really cool. I look forward to watching this movie, actually.
Who's the other villain, though? Because I'm trying to figure it out.
So,
Something.
so what is the idea that there's something that's sort of possessing people, right? And he's immune to it.
Yeah, because the spider sense.
So that's
It's blocking.
yeah. It'll mean that like Hulk becomes the bad guy and Punisher is the bad guy, and obviously it shows
It's
that
Ned.
Scorpion is in it.
Ned's the villain.
Ned.
You see that?
It's got to
in the
be Ned.
comics,
It's got to be Ned. It
Well,
was
Goblin.
Ned all along.
Okay,
I
so
think
what
it's
are they
gonna be
doing
Mephisto.
with is it like, I know it was like the rumor and stuff of who she's playing, but isn't Jean Grey in this?
Yep.
Oh, Sadie Sink.
Yeah.
I
Because
guess.
either she's Jean Grey or it said that she could be Mary Jane, which makes no sense. 'Cause
Is it?
imagine being Zendaya, right? Imagine being Zendaya and they're like, yeah, we've just cast Sadie Sink as Mary Jane. And she's like, what?
And there's a hand that usually fight the Daredevil.
Oh, is Daredevil in this one? He was
There's
in the
a rumor
last
that
one.
he is.
He was in the last one.
Because in that scene, where they had ninjas, he's breaking into a prison.
Oh.
I'm going to throw something out here and say this properly. It's that they've actually got a power balance right. Spider-Man can go a little toe-to-toe with the Hulk.
Yeah.
Whereas Sam Wilson cannot.
No, that was ridiculous.
Right.
Well, yeah, there was absolutely no way in which Sam Wilson's Captain America could fight any version of any Hulk. Spider-Man should still be destroyed by the Hulk, but what he'd have over him is that he does have strength and speed, and he does have enhanced abilities, plus he's got his spider sense. So he'd have advantage.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, is not the Peter Tingle.
It's not the Peter Tingle.
Okay,
Imagine that. Hey, baby. I've got something called the Peter Tingle.
Do you know what would be quite interesting out of this, what they could do with the Hulk? If they do something where, like, you know, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk gets possessed and then he starts destroying stuff, they should literally do stuff where they're like, well, President Ross turned into a Red Hulk and became this monster. Now Bruce Banner's Green Hulk became a monster, and Bruce Banner should literally go on the run as he did classically. You know, it should be that the Hulk isn't just accepted as a universal good guy. It should be something happens where literally there's a bounty out for him.
Yeah. They should go back to that format of the human race doing the whole thing of, oh, the Hulk saved us, but he's a monster. Oh, but he saved us again.
Yeah,
but
it
he's
was
a
like,
monster.
yeah, when he saves us, it's great, but we can't trust him because people get killed. You know, he's more of a monster, and you know, and you can imagine they could even use J. Jonah Jameson to do the propaganda on that and stuff like this. They should get some of these characters back into position for what the characters were and, you know, traditionally are. Go on, Dev.
So, for legal reasons, the Hulk can never be a character of his own. He can never have his own movie.
But why can't they resolve that? Like, surely Universal, after the last 25 years, may have been like, okay. we'll
they are holding on to it for dear life. Like, that's how they make money.
Okay, so can they actually do anything with it on their own?
No.
That's ridiculous. Then why?
It's in limbo, but like...
It's ridiculous that it's in limbo.
Like, the licensing fees. They're making too much money for licensing fees.
What they make money on Hulk?
Yeah.
In what way? What do they make the money on?
Every time they use it, they have to pay them money.
Ah. So how can they use it without? So could they? Yeah. Why are Disney still allowed to use it? Why didn't they just say we're not licensing it, and we'll make our own Hulk movie?
Because Disney's giving them a shit ton of money for it, and that's Universal's like, hey, free money.
Yeah. Well,
and
can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
So here's I have a trivia question for you nerds.
Go on then.
See who knows the answer.
Tom Cruise.
No, not even a little bit close.
Mini Hulk.
Tom Hiddleston.
In the Incredible Hulk TV show from 1977.
I'm out.
The Hulk, the secret identity of Hulk is not Bruce Banner.
David.
David.
Me.
Literally the easiest question they could ask this panel.
Yeah.
Was that
Nick, don't make me angry.
Well, here's the better question. In the original Hulk series, which MCU heroes appeared in it?
I know. So Thor and Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that too.
Yeah. And do you know the fun reason why he was renamed from Bruce to David?
No, actually.
No.
You don't know.
Because Bruce Forsyth threatened to sue?
No. Literally, the person in charge was like, and look, I'm not saying, this is just the historical reason. They were like, the name Bruce sounds too gay, so they renamed him David Banner. That was legitimately the reason why he wasn't allowed to be called Bruce, even though, one, that's like a shitty reason, but two, Bruce Wayne, right? It's like there was no logic to it at all.
Yeah, I just imagine like Bruce from Family Guy as the Incredible Hulk.
Well, do you know what?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
so like,
I'm getting angry.
but I have never heard that logic before. To me, Bruce is always an Australian name. Good day, Bruce. You know, that's the stereotype of the
I
name
always
Bruce.
think of Bruce as the shark from Jaws.
Well, there you go, Australian. Yeah. Good day, Bruce. It's an Australian name. But yeah, imagine using that as a reason, and no one just said, "But what about Bruce Wayne?" You know, no one fathomed that. But,
Yeah,
I don't mind for the reason that to me the Hulk will always be Dr. David Banner. David is a good name.
It is a good name, isn't it?
Great
David?
name. Yeah, I can't agree more, Dave.
You know what? David is a great name. However, guys named Dave, fuck those guys.
What? That's both of us.
They're both Dave. But quickly going back to like Zendaya and like MJ and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s, Zendaya was on a TV show called Shake It Up with another girl called Bella Thorne. She would have been the perfect MJ.
Wait, so
this girl, basically, back in the 2000s, Zendaya was on a TV show called Shake It Up.
Yeah.
And there was another girl, her best friend was played by someone called Bella Thorne.
Bella Thorne.
And she would have been the perfect MJ. And when they cast Zendaya as MJ, everyone was confused.
Well,
because everybody
yeah.
assumed it would be Bella
You can
Thorne.
see how she would have been MJ. She's obviously a redhead, if that's genuine and everything.
Yeah.
But she looks it.
Yeah. And the invisible enemy they keep talking about,
yes,
is reportedly to be Jean Grey, mind controlling everyone, except Spider-Man because of the spider sense.
Oh, the Peter Tingle?
The Peter
Yeah.
Tingle. So is Jean Grey going to just start off as Phoenix and as a villain or something?
Probably.
No, I think she's like freaking out because she just got power. In the comics as well, when she just got powers as a kid, she was freaking out as well before as a kid.
But how does that accumulate to her having almost villain monologues with everybody, using everybody, making villain monologues to Peter?
She's a kid. I'm guessing like she's being an edgy teenager or something.
So Sadie Sink is 24. So are they going with? Because do you remember Ms. Marvel where they were like, "Oh, you've got a mutant gene," right?
Mm.
At the end, it's like the end of that show, Dave's face, right? But as the end of that show,
Worst character ever.
But like, are they saying that? Because if this isn't a multiverse thing, which clearly it isn't.
No.
Are they saying that that the X-Men of this world are only just getting their powers?
Yeah, because the apparently they're trying to slowly introduce X-Men characters in different MCU properties. Like Storm is going to be in the next Black Panther or whatever, and every character will be like dripped in.
I wonder how they're going to look. There's certain problems about like characters' backstories being brought into the modern. Oh, we lost Nick. Being brought into like the modern age and stuff. Because obviously, Magneto's was very much about him being a child during World War II. It's going to be a bit different if they're like, well, he was a child in the Falklands War. You know, how are they going to address that? He should be 100 years old.
It's my 10 cents, and this is just a throw it out there story. Surely, because we see from the story that Peter's going, or Spider-Man's going through something, like is mutating or something, where his powers are evolving, sort of
Puberty.
Puberty. He's tingling all over now.
Yeah.
He's feeling tingling somewhere else apart from his head. So yeah, my 10 cents would be, so if Peter's powers are evolving, the best character from like the mutant universe that you could introduce that with is Beast, Hank McCoy. Instead of having Hulk's specific doctorate is in gammas, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like Hank McCoy was a mutant studying mutagenics. So and we can't have Dr. Connors. There's no lizard in this MCU. So we can't have that. There's no Dr. Octopus either. There's no like actual professor characters that Spider-Man can go to. But surely the Beast would be a good way to go. So, Dr. McCoy, hi.
He's not in the universe yet.
Yeah, but that's how you introduce him into the universe.
Well, see,
that's how
the
you
interesting
introduce
thing
him and stuff into it.
is they had Beast at the end of the Marvels, and so
Yeah, but that was the
Kelsey
Grammer
Grammer.
X-Men Fox one.
Well, it was, except for it was now a CGI abomination. But how are they ever going to bring that version back? Unless they're going to tie all of these things in within the next two Avengers
He's in
movies.
Doomsday. He's in Doomsday.
Okay, but how do they end up? Because obviously the next thing that they need to do, Disney and everything, Marvel, is they need to focus more on X-Men. Because if they're like, we need to give all of like the early characters a bit of a break, we need to kind of eventually reboot them or something. How do now they could focus on the X-Men for the next 5 years, and then bring in new versions of Iron Man or whatever they're going to do along the way, because eventually they're going to need to, because it's already 12 years since the last Iron Man movie. But go on, Dev.
The end of Secret Wars is going to cause an event that's going to trigger the awakening of the Xstreamed people.
It's going to cause the what?
The end of Secret Wars, which is not Doomsday, it's the one after.
Yeah,
is going to trigger the awakening of the Xstreamed people.
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to get the X-Men.
Well, yeah, exactly. So then they can focus on X-Men characters for a while, but then people will still be like, oh, now we've just got X-Men characters. Where's Iron Man? Where's we'll still probably have the Mighty Thor. But
no, Iron Man would be dead. He's dead as shit now, and they'll never bring him back.
Who? Iron Man.
Iron Man, he's dead. They will never bring him back.
So what do you do in terms of that? You've got your most valuable character because of these movies, and now you can never bring him back because this series just never ends.
They're cashing on the fact that Ironheart will be. Oh, Ironheart's the next Iron Man.
Did that series come out? It did, didn't it?
Oh, it did. Oh boy, did it come
I
out!
did not watch a second
Demons
of it.
and Theory and Mephisto was in there, and like Borat was involved.
Oh yeah,
they like. I don't know much about Ironheart in the comics and that, but they made her in the series the least likable hero in all of Marvel, and that's a very hard thing to do.
She was very, very, very. In the time where everybody loves Tony Stark, in the time where everybody loves Robert Downey Jr., she was very fuck Tony Stark. I'm better than Tony Stark. What has Tony Stark ever done that I can't?
Yeah, so she was trying to say I'm better than Tony in every single way, and then she goes and makes a deal with Mephisto and joins this, and then it's like you made a deal with a devil. One, you're an idiot. Two, you join a gang of people thinking you're doing some sort of Robin Hood crusade when you're not, and then you basically created you say, oh, Tony Stark probably didn't create an AI overnight. And I don't know, it made Ironheart so unlikable. And that's not the way to go.
Well, no, but again, this comes back into what we were saying just about Disney in total earlier. What they've done is they were like, oh, people want to see more Iron Man. Well, let's just create a new character, Ironheart. And it's like, oh, people want, new Star Wars. Let's get the gang back together. No, we'll just create some new characters and kill them off really early in the series so that you don't get the old characters back. It's like, oh, there's going to be a new Toy Story. Woody and Buzz are back. No, they're not. They're just
the three legacy characters that were done correctly in superhero fiction is Batman Beyond, Miles Morales, and Wally West.
Yeah.
So what was the second one you said?
Miles Morales.
Oh, Miles Morales, yeah.
And Wally West.
Yeah, Wally West is a good because he had a good series of runs with the Flash.
Yeah, I bet he had a good series of runs.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of his thing. no, like, so you clearly can do characters passing a torch well, obviously.
Yeah.
But Disney, for some reason, like, do it terribly. And like, they never need to do it half the time, because for years, like, when one Batman actor leaves, they get a new Batman actor, and stuff like this. For some reason, they're like, well, we can't recast, so we'll just create a watered down version of all of our characters: Ironheart, Hawkeye Girl, She-Hulk, like literally all of them. It's just like, we're just going to bring in new, like, Muppet Babies versions of everyone, when it's like, you could just bring in new actors to play these same roles if the legacy actors don't come back. And it's like, and then we're like, with Star Wars, it's like, well, do you know what? Okay, so they tried to solo a Star Wars story, which was what it was, but they fired the directors part way through. It was a Frankenstein monster of a film. It didn't work out, and along the way, they were like killing off all of the legacy characters instead of just letting them ride out for 3 films. So when you look at Star Wars and think that literally, Carrie Fisher died before she could make Rise of Skywalker. So that goes to show that those actors were at the point in their lives where they were old enough, or their health was whatever enough, where this was their last hurrah anyway. And instead of doing the last hurrah and actually seeing it through, they killed Han in the first one, they killed Luke in the second one, and then they kept Leia, but then she died in real life. So these characters, they could have tried to keep going with all of them just for 3 more films to finish off the triple trilogy, and they didn't. And then they could have moved on to, and they could have introduced new characters who will then be the next generation. And they didn't do that. They decided to destroy what they'd got to begin with. And especially when you look at something like Toy Story, where they're just animated cartoons, and you don't need to reject the old legacy characters because they are ageless, and they did it anyway. Dev.
See, the way they should have done Star Wars is they should have just not killed anyone until they died in real life.
Well, yeah, there is that aspect.
Imagine if, like, cause at that point you knew they were old. You knew they were gonna pass away because the film takes ages.
Yeah.
Just keep it go. Don't kill anyone unless you have to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or if you know that you're getting to the end of like your triple trilogy, imagine if in they'd done 7, they'd done 8, and in episode 9, Kylo Ren has become more powerful than ever, and literally Luke Skywalker steps up and he's like, "This will kill you," or he's like, "This will kill me, but I'm going to stop you." And then whatever happens to him, and he dies, and he sacrifices himself, and everyone was like, Luke was a hero until the end. And then he then appears at the end, typical Star Wars, as a Force ghost, and people are like, he was a hero until the end. But you kill him in the second movie, and he's your main character.
I would say the only death that was, that actually made sense and that was kind of justified was Han's death. Yeah, the build-up. Yeah, it was. That was the only good moment, I would say, in The Force Awakens, that I actually was like, this is a really well-acted scene. This is really well put together. And then they fuck it up the rest of the way. Like, it made sense because that, like you said, David, it's that build-up. So Kylo's becoming more powerful. He's saying, no, I'm going to kill. I'm doing what Darth Vader couldn't. I'm killing my past. I've killed my dad.
But
my mum, I don't really... do whatever with, but
also
it's the whole build-up.
Okay, so Han, there's like some there was like, he appeared as a ghost, even though he's not a Jedi, right? They still had him come back in like the second or third one, right? And it's like, this doesn't make sense for him. It makes sense that you could do it with Luke. You could have done it with Leia, but you can't. The one person that you can't do it with is the one that they did it with, and it should have just been that, because killing him there. If Kylo Ren then killed, if he killed Leia, I suppose, because that's his mother, but then he's killed both his parents, so what? The only one he should have killed, if he was going to kill anyone, should have been Luke, so then it has the connection, the mirroring of Luke being trained by Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan training Kylo Ren, and then him standing up to him in the same way. But even then, they still shouldn't have just been like, oh, well, they train a student who turns to the dark side that then kills them. It should have been that Luke sacrificed himself in the last 15 minutes of the last movie so that whatever he did to sacrifice himself not just gave them the opportunity to run away as what was his plan in The Last Jedi. It should have been that made it so unequivocally Luke's action sacrificed himself to save the day, and then you have Daisy Ridley or whoever you've got as your new characters pick up the piece, take that final blow to then be like, we got away, and they're all upset. Luke gave himself for us, and now we've got the future. And then in 5 years' time, you can make one new film with them and say, oh, wow, I hope this becomes a trilogy, and so that people are excited. But people were so burned on the way they treated their legacy characters by the time they'd finished the trilogy, they didn't want anything more. Like, I haven't seen The Mandalorian and Grogu, but I know that no one did. I know it was an absolute flop. A Star Wars movie. An absolute box office bomb. But go on, Dev.
I have a question because I don't watch Star Trek, so I don't know much about the movies.
Trek?
Like what change would have done if they knew Carrie Fisher was dying, and if she died instead of Han, if Ben killed her instead of his dad, how would it have changed the story? Massively,
because this is just that's like then matricide, right? So someone killing his mother, that's suddenly you're in Norman Bates and Psycho territory. It's like
whoa. So what you're suggesting is we go to a Starkiller base thing. Daisy Ridley's Ray's just walking around. She goes down into this little dungeon thing. She turns around the corpse of Princess Leia, and out comes Kylo Ren in the white dress with his hair done in a bit of buns, with his lightsaber in hand, like.
No, because you think about you just think about what it means.
Right, that is a movie.
But you just think what it means in terms of the difference of the relationship that someone has with their mother to the relationship they have with their father. It isn't just exactly the same one way or the other. And so killing her off, and especially if they'd known that she was of poor health, which I think it just came as a surprise. Like, literally this wasn't an expected thing when it happened. But if she had been the one that had been killed off then, if they'd killed Luke first, it would have been different. If they'd killed Leia first, I think it would have just been so much worse. So much worse.
I think the thing they got right, kind of, in The Last Jedi is when Kylo's is Starfighter, he's with other TIE fighters, and they're attacking Leia's cruiser, and they sense each other. Kylo's there. He is hesitating. He's like, he's got his hands on the trigger, but he's hesitating. And then out and then off the flank, the TIE fighter comes in and shoots the command bridge, and then blows Leia into space before the whole Mary Poppins thing. Yeah. So that would have been a good moment. Like, you could have had that be the moment that she died, but then have Kylo in a moment of what the fuck have you just done? Goes behind that TIE fighter and blows that up. So you killed my mum, basically. Because I keep replaying that in my head. So that's what I would have done. Yeah. Like that TIE fighter opened fire and killed General Leia. All right, you killed my mum. Time to die. That's it. Time to die.
Everything they did there, like trying to give a redemption arc to Kylo Ren in the third movie.
He didn't need it.
Well, not only did he didn't need it, it's like, how could they expect any Star Wars fan watching that thinking, oh yeah, he killed Han Solo, but like Reylo, that's just like, I hope, he's going to turn good. It's like, no, you've done something unforgivable. There is no way back from this.
Yeah,
but
both in a fiction and meta standpoint. Yeah, he killed Han Solo.
Exactly. There's no redemption from that.
From this standpoint, it's like in universe thing as well, in that Leia never forgave Anakin for what he did. She never forgave him. even because when Luke told her that Darth Vader was our father, after all, he like unlike Luke forgave him.
Yeah.
He but Leia did not. She never forgave him.
Yeah, and when you think about it, right, and so what if Rey suddenly is like more forgiving of Kylo Ren? They only ever met in battle. There is no relationship between them.
Sorry, I'm gonna battle because it was a really good.
They only
battle
ever met
that they had
as enemies. They were never friends.
No.
So the fact that and look, but you killed Han Solo. She only met him for like a day.
But she did see him with his shirt off.
Oh. But like seeing any of these new characters, they didn't have any connection to the old characters. The very idea that they then say Rise of Skywalker, she's a Palpatine. All of the characters they brought in, it wasn't like, so you've got Kylo Ren, who you say is the child of Han and Leia, who have now split up and they're not even happily ever after. It's like there is no character that was like fighting for the legacy of the past. If you'd got Daisy Ridley, who it was going to turn out to be was the daughter of Luke Skywalker, and that was the story, then it's like, she's doing this for her dad and stuff like that. But it was just like, I don't know who. I met this guy once. He was drinking green tit milk, and now I'm going to take his last name. What's going on? Right. Anyway, guys, we're going to need to begin to wrap things up, but let's hear from Dev first.
You just gave me a brilliant idea, like taking a bit from Power Rangers of all things, where they did the passing of the torch, where they met the predecessors and met the new Rangers, and like the interaction. They should have had like a teenage Kylo Ren running from Han Solo and Leia to his uncle.
Yeah.
Have Luke raise him, and because Rey gets jealous of the attention that Luke is giving Ben, she runs off the other direction and gets raised by Han and Leia, who feel bad for abandoning Ben. And then at some point you also have Han training, training Finn. So all the legacy characters have a connection to a new character.
Yeah. Exactly.
But again, Legends did it right. Legends was the only thing that's got it right in that Han and Leia had two kids, Jason and Jaina, and both were trained in the Force. Jason fell to the dark side. He became a dark Jedi.
Jason? I've been calling him Jacken.
No, Jason. It's Jason Solo.
I thought it was Jacken.
No, it's Jason. So yeah. That's it. And then you had the twins fighting each other, and eventually the sister, like Jaina, kills Jason.
That already sounds a much better story.
It is such a better story as well,
two
especially
children,
since as well.
One turns to the dark side, one doesn't. That is what an amazing concept for a follow-up for the original Star Wars.
But also, it does have the death of a legacy character in that it's Chewbacca.
Oh, damn.
Because Jason and Han, they take off in the Falcon. They're leaving a planet that's about to explode, and they see that we've left Chewbacca behind. And Jason goes, well, we can't go back and save him. And he hits hyperdrive, and he's gone. Chewbacca's dead.
Wow.
He blew up.
Wow.
And Han never forgave him for it.
Wow. Would that have the same emotional punch in a movie though? Because to be honest, to me that screams of when Dobby died.
No, I need that scene to have a shot of the planet exploding and Chewbacca just screaming. That's how
it should be just Jason Solo goes back for the pelt of Chewbacca and just wears him like a skin the whole time. I am a Sith Lord now. Why are you wearing? He's wearing my best friend.
Yeah.
It's like that scene in Aladdin where Scar is a rug.
Yeah. In Aladdin?
No, it's Hercules.
Hercules. I was going to say, Aladdin came out before Lion King. Right, guys, we're going to have to begin to wrap this here. So let's find out where we can find everyone on social media, starting with Dev.
You find me on TikTok and Twitch under the name FWDAT.
Okay, amazing. Dave.
You could find me here on Xstream on various shows like Geek Battle and Extreme Improv. And you can check out my YouTube channel and Twitch channels, The Yellow Duck Tavern, where I do Let's Plays and live streams of various games. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. And currently on my YouTube channel, I'm playing Resident Evil 5. So please come and check out the latest part of that, which is called Dave's Happy Place, where, well, I'm given a minigun and I'm very, very happy.
Okay. Well, do you know what? Actually, it's a shame Cap isn't here as well, because I didn't speak about this the entire show. I have literally just started playing Resident Evil 6.
Oh, no!
We'll get into it another week. Right. Okay. I played
Just
some
never
of it
tell him.
before. It's just terrible. Right. Anyway.
Now we should just never tell him.
Never tell him. Right. Anyway, I've done the first hour. It's fine. But anyway, now, my name is David Pstansky. Follow me on all platforms at David Pstansky or at Geek Battle Gaming, Extreme Improv, etc. And with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. And Nanu Nanu, we are off the air.